What's happening, story trading family? Hope everyone's having a great night tonight, and let's just check out some of the plays that we had yesterday in our Discord. So yesterday in our Discord, as you see here, we had here some of our top 3 picks. The first one being Dell, SMCI, MU. And man, let me tell you, some of our members absolutely crushed it yesterday. Some of them made 100, 200, 250% returns, and some made 100% returns in the first 8 minutes of the market being open. Absolutely massive. But what's even crazier is
it's not easy to understand why stocks go up and down, but even in volatile markets, there's always a discoverable and logical reason behind price action. Story trading is a social investing community of investors who share information to uncover the hidden stories behind the trade through the 4 pillars of fundamentals, catalyst, sentiment, and technicals. All price action can be understood through the lens of these pillars, allowing for a holistic view that empowers better decision-making. Only by understanding markets can you beat them. Join our community today and start making sense of markets.
Attention stock market traders. We're excited to announce the launch of our new Discord server, Story Trading. Join our community and gain access to exclusive information and insights you won't want to miss. Connect with fellow traders, share strategies, and stay ahead of the market trends. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of something big. Click the link and join Story Trading today.
Good morning, story traders. Hope everyone can hear me. We got a fresh new week, our last week of the free preview here. We got a Discord officially launching Friday. We're in pre-launch this week. If you head on over to storytrading.com/Discord, you can get in free for the week and get some access to special promotions when we launch Friday after the close. Now, last week was an epic week. We had ridiculous calls on MU, Dell, SMCI. Really, really good stuff. We got a full week this week, and let's kill it again. We're already starting great with MU, but before that, let's just take a quick look at the, by the way, I apologize for the setup. I'm on the road. It was an epic weekend wedding over here in Boston. So from the hotel here, I'll be back in the office tomorrow. But anyway, let's look at the macro here. TLT, IWM looking okay here. TLT just down 0.2%. This is what we monitor for rates, and it's above the 20 DMA. So everything's stable there. I think what we've been seeing recently was a correction in NVIDIA post-split. We've been seeing that correction in NVIDIA, which caused some rockiness to markets end of week last week. But other than that, things look okay. I am a little bit concerned about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a risk asset and could be indicative of risk appetite. And you see this big topping M pattern. To me, this looks like it's heading to the 200 DMA, which is currently at 57,500, currently 57.5. We could see a move to that level, and then definitely be willing to take a chance on that to increase my position on Bitcoin if we hit that 200 DMA. But definitely a little bit of a worry in terms of risk appetite to see Bitcoin with that topping M pattern. Hopefully at 200 DMA is going to be it, and then we're off to the races after that. Now, going to be a quick short show today because I got to get going and start driving back to New York. But besides that, we just got some 3 or 4 really good picks, and we're not going to talk about much else, so we can focus in on these awesome picks. First, Micron. Micron was our pick of the week over at Wolf Financial Spaces last week, and you saw how that exploded. Actually, let's see, for the week, you can see the close on Friday was 141. We hit 157, pulled back to the 20 DMA, but we made it the #1 pick as a day trade also on Friday off of that 20 DMA. We predicted that 20 DMA would bounce and hold because we have earnings this week. I think the earnings are, was it Wednesday or Thursday? Let's see, earnings are on June 26th, so that's Wednesday after the close. All right. So earnings Wednesday after the close. So we anticipated the market would be anticipating those earnings and that they would bid that 20 DMA. On top of that, day after day after day, we're getting big upgrades on Micron over here. Latest one is Baird raising from 150 to 172. Rarely do you see all these analysts upgrading price targets aggressively right before the earnings release. So they're not going to miss. They know something the rest of the street doesn't know. So things are looking really good here for a move, perhaps to 157 before earnings or 157 plus after the earnings report. This is my largest position in my own personal retirement account right now, and it's I think the largest position. I can't do like multiple screen shares this morning because of my setup, but in our model portfolio, we have a 3x weighting in MU in our AI bucket. All right, so we're ready. We're locked and loaded and ready to take full advantage of MU, not just for this ER, but throughout the rest of the year. I believe this is going to be like the next NVIDIA in terms of price action. All right, so #1 pick again, 2 days in a row, MU market. All right. Okay. So then we got Shop with some news this morning. And to me, this is an easy layup. Well, we could always be wrong. That's why you diversify. But I'm looking at potential easy layup from the 50 DMA to the 200 DMA. Now, this candle here, you got 68.21. Maybe that's a little bit of resistance before the 200 DMA. So what happened here? We had news this morning. Target and Shopify team up. This is the first relationship, I believe, now Shopify has with any large retailer. So Target is going to get access to Shopify merchants apparently to, well, I don't know exactly how it works. All I know is that it's 2 big companies here, and it's the first relationship with a big retailer. You can read all about it here. I think it goes both ways in terms of Target being able to sell through Shopify, and also it sounds like Target Plus is going to be able to sell products from Shopify markets on Target Plus. It looks like it's a reciprocal thing. I think this is a big thing, and it looks like a big thing. But more importantly, when you triangulate that with the chart and you say, hey, okay, here's something that looks like good news. So where are we with the technicals? And when looks like we're gapping above the 50 DMA. So I think this is an easy shot. Shop has been, we played this, right? If you remember, we played this off the bottom to the 50 DMA. So we got a big, nice move out of Shopify. So going in for a second dip, this one, a smaller move from the 50 to 200, that's going to be a play for today. All right, another play for today. Let's mix it up a little bit and go short something. BA. We've had this year tremendous success shorting BA on catalysts. So we have another catalyst here coming out over the weekend. Boeing faces criminal prosecution. The stock is only slightly lower, and that's my thesis as well. Who wrote this? Barron's. All right, stock is only slightly lower. So prosecutors recommending criminal charges for Boeing in connection with the 2 deadly 737 MAX crashes that occurred in 2018 and 2019. Now, this is not directly associated with the problems they're having this year. However, I don't think the market's going to care. They're going to see this and they're like, oh, liability, right? They're not going to go in and look at the details and be like, oh, that's for 2018 and 2019. But the stuff that happened this year, that's clear. Now, that's not how market psychology works. They're going to look at this headline and say, risk. There's a risk at Boeing. They might be criminally prosecuted. And who cares if it's 2018-19, that event? They might be criminally prosecuted for stuff this year too, where it's just an aura of bad news around Boeing. Boeing has had a history of having crazy moves, meaning in pre-market, it doesn't move a lot because it's not a big retail stock. So you don't see a lot of extended hours action. It's only down 1% here in pre-market. And then what you see when the institutions get on board, they just move this thing really fast within the first few minutes. I've seen that happen many, many times. So potentially, if you can execute this right, if you can get quickly, uh, however you like to play it with options or common stock, you could see a very big move within the first few minutes down on Boeing. Let me just look at the technical. See, let's see here. Recent candles 169.57 is an important candle. Then we have the low 159.70. All right, let me see what last week's low is here. It bounced off of 172.05. Honestly, I think this needs enough to break below that recent high, just based on the fact that story trading, we believe markets are efficient. So if you have the delta of information, you're gonna have a delta in price. So is today's information, bad enough to overcome whatever just happened recently? And I think it is. So 172, where'd it go? Hold on. 172.05. So I'm thinking this will test and maybe quickly break 172.05 and make a test of 169.57. Now remember, don't go all in. No guarantees. It might not work, right? There's a reason we give you 3, 4, 5 picks daily so you can diversify. So Micron shop, Boeing short. AT&T was a mystery symbol that on this show we were talking about. Hey, you got to join the Discord community. So you know what this mystery symbol is in regards to a sleeper play in the Elon Musk AI build out is doing with Dell and SMCI and Nvidia. Well, guess what? We found out AT&T is also involved, and there's no information on that anywhere. Right? We have some people in our Discord did a little investigative research and came up with credible data that AT&T is also involved with this deal. And I think other people in the market might know this because look at these big open green candles. These last two were after that deal with Musk was announced. The one prior, it was up without news. So somebody, I think, may have had inside information on that day, June 18th. But look at this cup forming here. The RSI is not at 70 plus yet. We've been in this. I've been in this for a couple of days. I'm looking forward to a breakout here of 18. Oh, it already broke that cup by a couple cents, didn't it? 1845, 1846. So I'm looking forward to continuation here. And then where can we get to? 1866 would be your next little bit of resistance. And then right here, I think this is where I had my eyes on, is going to be, so it's not a huge move, 1887. I think 1887 may be in play today. Oh, that's beautiful. Breaks it, man. That breaks 1887, 1880s. Look at this. Let me go back to these candles. Let's go back to 1894. Wow, if we can go break 1894, this is such a beautiful W bottom on this long-term chart on AT&T. So this is exciting. But the thing that makes this exciting, at least for me, the options pricing are so cheap on AT&T. So I got some 1850 calls last week for like pennies. It was really, really cheap. So I'm up nicely on those. But yeah, I don't give specific ideas on which contracts to buy, how to enter, how to exit options trading. That's on you if you want to do options. Just giving you the ideas of what can outperform today, this week. And it's up to you to execute. If you're doing options, highly risky. Gotta have your own methodology, how to manage your risk on that. Not easy to trade options, but I did like AT&T. I'm still in it for options because of the very, very low premiums on that with that news and that beautiful chart. So Micron, shop, short BA, long T. All right. Bitcoin I told you about. I'm a little bit worried about that now. VKTX. So VKTX, there's been some news the last few days. An analyst conference, a note came out from that I shared in the Discord community from who is it from? Let's just give you a little peek to our Discord community here for a second. Put it on their news, I believe. VKTX, Truist. All right. So Truist had a note over there on VKTX in terms of the buyout this morning. They had some additional data come out. It's an early program, phase one. That's not why we're in it, but it doesn't hurt when you have good data in phase one, just other additional opportunities for Viking in the future. But to me, this looks like it's ready to make a move to the 20 DMA. 20 DMA is currently 56.87. RSI hit that 30. Now it's reversing on a couple catalysts since Friday. So 56.87. You know what? I think I'm going to put that in the top 5 today. So, and beyond that, I don't think we're going to add anything. There's some news on Broadcom out there, a little bit of news on NVIDIA. Dell, oh man, Dell, this retraction, a little bit disappointing. We nailed that big pop. Unfortunately, I didn't sell on that big pop. I sold like just a little bit. There's a little bit, not enough. So, so I'm still in Dell. We're at the 20 DMAs at 144.43. It looks like Micron is the better play with that earnings coming up. So That's not making our top five. Not making our top five. Micron's the AI play that's going to make our top five. There's some news on Meta, which looks interesting. Rumors that they are working with Apple to include Meta AI into Apple Intelligence. So you can take a look at that. Zim chart looks incredible. There's a lot of war stuff going on. I'm going to move Zim up a little bit. Let's move it to the number 6 spot so we can keep an eye on it. Make that, like, if you want to go 6 picks, I guess you can look at Zim, but Zim stuff with Houthis and Middle East is really heating up. It appears 20 DMA on Zim is 2017. We're at 1993 by 1998 now. 2017. Look at this double top here. 2078. Wow. 2079. Wow. If 2078 breaks, then this can head back up, into the 22 plus range. So Zim looks exciting. Highly shorted stock. I think we're going to leave it at that. NVAX has been disappointing. We played that big boom up, but it failed to hold the 20 DMA. So holding a little bit of bag in NVAX, waiting for a secondary move in NVAX. The one thing I'm looking for NVAX, I'm going to let you know, is I want to see a candle, okay, where the high of the day, preferably the close of the day, did I just crash? Okay, is higher than the high of the day of the previous day. All right, I've been waiting for that for several days. So for example, here, the high on Thursday was 1436. Okay, so we had a high of the day of 1444. 1443. So that actually did happen Friday, but it was intraday. Maybe that's a sign of a turnaround because we've been just, if you look at the high of each day, it's lower than the high of each previous day. Well, we had a little fake out here by a couple pennies, but again, it didn't close above that. If you get a close above, let's say yesterday's high, Friday's high, 1443, I believe the next day the stock will rocket to the 20 DMA, which is 16. All right, so NVAX, let's see if we can get round 2 on NVAX after that huge fundamental inflection point deal with Sanofi, $1.2 to $1.3 billion plus additional royalties, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so, all right, you see all these other stocks. We're not going to focus on that. That's our specialty here in the morning, is which stocks are we going to focus on, where are the upcoming or recent catalysts, and how do we interpret that, and how do we, kind of guess what's the rest of the market going to say about that catalyst? What's the psychology going to be about this Micron ER coming up? What's the psychology going to be about this Micron, all these upgrades coming up, right? And that's why we made, Micron the number 1 pick Friday, Micron the number 1 pick today. That's what we do best. Take these 20, 30. Actually, I have 300 stocks on this list. Out of these 300 stocks, what are the top 5 we're going to focus on today? That's what we love to do. You want to be part of it, join our Discord. By the way, there's lots of collaboration opportunities on the Discord. We're looking for high value contributors. We already have a bunch of them who will get complimentary membership in our Discord. So head on over there, be active in our community, show that you're good at what you're doing, whatever niche it is that you're good at, right? Analysis, execution, particular sector, segment. We're going to recognize that, and we're going to upgrade you and make your membership free. So this is the time, as we're launching Discord, to be part of something that's going to be huge. And I believe our Discord will end up being one of the most successful, largest Discords out there. So storytrading.com/Discord. We'll see you there soon. Good luck today. Have a great day. I'll be back at the office tomorrow morning. I'll be driving most of the day today, so it'll be up to you and other collaborators in our Discord to execute on these ideas, all right? That's what our Discord's about. I'll give you the ideas in the morning, and you guys run with it and you execute on it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll see you tomorrow morning, but our Discord should be pretty active today. Good luck, everyone.